5, 4, 3, 2, 1, he says. We're live, apparently. Hello, everyone. Apparently, we're live. I can't see that, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, no, it's starting up. That's going to be interesting. Oh, no, it's starting up. That's going to be interesting. Oh, no, it's starting up. I'll mute that. Right. Hello, everyone. So, as you can see, we have the table ready and waiting. This is John versus Pete for the final of the very first Tabletop Simulator Patreon tournament. It's got a long acronym that I can never remember, probably because it keeps changing every time we mention it. And alongside me today, I can't have Pete commentating, so I have Matt from the blog Set the Tempo. I'm very pleased to have along with us. I think it's mid-afternoon where he is right now. So hi, Matt.
Hey, Robin. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Now,
yeah, I'm excited to see this matchup.
I think you have the distinction, Matt, of being the only person who beat me, because I drew with Pete in our group stage, and I think you beat me with your Wild Hunt. So if you hadn't done that, it might have been me sitting there where Pete is right now.
Yeah, and Pete was the only person I lost to in the group stage.
Oh, wow.
So
it was a crazy, crazy group. There were two draws, weren't there? Two full-on draws in the group, which was you know, it was crazy enough when there was one, and then there were two. Anyway, it looks like they're actually starting to play, so I suppose we ought to pay attention.
Absolutely.
So it's Hrothgor versus the Wormspat tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like... Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, so they've both gone for square on, both gone for the same board, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, Pete won the roll-off and gave Hrothgorn the 3 objectives. I think a hard one to remember with Vanguard is that there's only the 2 actual boards, like 4 board sides.
Yeah, that's something.
That's one of those.
Something we should mention. We are playing, for those of you who don't know, it is Vanguard only kind of rules, but with a slight twist in that you can choose any warband, but you can only have the faction-specific cards and Chasm universals, and therefore the Chasm boards as well. So you have actually only got 4 boards to choose from, which I quite like because I can never make good board decisions. So it suits me. I think that's the kind of one of the things that marks out the better players from the journeyman like myself, where it's actually knowing which board to pick. So they've put their objective down. They've got Pete's. I didn't see who put one in the middle. There's one in no man's land. I think Pete operates that he just wants to get into the opponent's half. I think that's the way he operates.
Yeah, I know he put that objective 3 aggressively there.
Yeah,
I saw that.
So a couple of lethal hexes down, and who's this beautiful Canadian man speaking? This is Matt from Set the Tempo. That's Benny asking that. Yeah, Matt from Set the Tempo. He's commentating. We were both in Pete's group for the beginning part of the tournament.
So we had both of you guys with your YouTube, me with my blog, and Crit Def Matt with his podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Very content creatory, that group. And Wolfman
Chasm. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so draw some cards.
I think especially in Vanguard right now, like this will be a pretty interesting matchup with,
so
you know, kind of the Wormspat probably wanting to take down Hrothgorn and worrying about whether Ferocious Resistance is in hand.
Yeah, it's confused me massively because this John's symbol is the thorns, isn't it? It's not. It's confused me the hell out of me there. John threw away some objectives I noticed.
Yeah, one of them's like unassailable there.
Yeah. Can't see what they are. So unassailable. I didn't see what the other ones were.
Pete.
If you make yourself the black, if we make ourselves the black player, we can apparently see the cards. I did wonder that. Where's the black player? There's a grey player. Where's black? Red and white. How do we make ourselves the black player, Rob?
Well,
the host needs to do it. Okay, I'll message Pete. We've not done it this way before.
For the roll-off, we've got Pete winning with the bonus crit. Hrothgorn's right up front with Quiv beside.
Oh, yeah.
The reroll. And in range of 2 of the worm spat right away.
It's a very sort of aggressive format from both of them, really.
Yeah. And it's out the primacy token. It's kind of obvious, especially in the Vanguard format, that both players are playing with primacy.
Yeah.
So. We got a charge from Golgok and a Fafnir to start.
Off already, yes. It's a bold start.
Three hammers and 2 hits.
Oh.
No.
No.
2 damage to start on Thrafnir. It looks like he's not driving back.
No. Oh, got a bit of objective flipping going on there.
Yeah. He scored Armor the Everwinter off of it.
Yeah. I think Pete's going to try and change this to black so we can see the cards then.
Looks like he's got that done for you.
Oh, is he? Oh yeah, brilliant. Ah. Oh yeah. So now we can see what's in their hands. Can you see it as well, Matt?
I know I can't.
Okay. All right. So.
Right now I'm still gray.
Okay. I'll just. Looks like you can only make one person black. He says. But if I show them up, you can see them, can't I? So can you see the stream? So we've got predatory spell. Score this immediately after you warband spell attack damage, deals damage that takes an enemy fighter out of action. Presumably he's maybe going to be looking for that on Thrafnir now, which is why he hasn't pushed him back. Faithful reward. Score this if each friendly fighter is inspired. Could prove tricky. Oh, I missed an attack in there. So Golgok has been pushed back.
Ooh, with a double crit.
Oh.
3 damage because of Feral Symbiote.
Yeah.
Should have 1 hunger counter.
Yeah, there is one there. What else have we got here? So we've got Blessed Endurance, which is score an attack action with damage 3 or characteristic. Targets a friendly fighter and succeeds if the friendly fighter is not taken out of action. Shouldn't you just? Should.
Oh, Slick Rock's been played.
Yeah. Shouldn't Pete just scored his objective there?
Sorry, which card was it?
It was Blessed Endurance. Or does Thrafnir only do 2 damage? Blessed Endurance.
Yeah, it's on. Oh no, yeah, he did just take a damage 3.
He should have scored it. Oh, he didn't notice. I can't tell him. It's like penguins. You can't interfere with the wildlife.
No.
Good morning, Anthony. Yeah, Matt says he should have scored it as well. So what have we got over here now? We've got dominant position. Score this in phase if your warband holds more objectives than any other warband. I feel like you might score that at the end of this turn. Underdog. Score if you haven't got primacy. And intimidating display. Well, he's probably going to score that too at the end of the round.
Here's the magic attack.
Yeah.
And it's a miss.
It's a miss. Oh.
What were the objectives that he discarded at the?
I don't know if I can.
Oh,
I can. So there was extra crunchy.
Yeah.
And awesome predator.
Awesome predator. Okay. It looks like Pete did realize he scored blessed endurance.
Okay. So they that's good. It's good.
So I think Pete has Hunting Bolt in hand. I would expect him probably to... Or Hungry Bolt, yeah. So...
Right.
He's trying to finish off
Thrafnir. Will that score his objective if he does that? Or does it have to be an attack action? Yeah. Oh no, it has to be a spell attack action. So he won't score it. Surge of aggression. He's just picked up, presumably. Am I choosing to keep the camera static? I'm not really, Matt. Did you want me to move it? Do I need to be closer in? I do, don't I? There you go.
He's doing a scatter. Well, he won't be able to hit anybody with that.
No.
Specula will get 100 counter, though.
Yeah. Let's go and have a look at what Pete's got in hand. He's got 3 upgrades. Terror Shield, Unstoppable Tread, and Living Plague. See, that's the problem with when I start to use the keys, you see, Matt. It's like I rotate it around where I don't want to. Hence why I was moving it as little as possible. And we've got Beast Trail and Master of Spoils in John's hand.
This looks like the 2-sword attack. Track launcher.
I need to move it up so I can see the dice. It's hard. It's hard, this. I need more camera angles. I got a shield.
I think the attack missed anyway. If it was coming from Hrothgorn, it would have been 2 swords. And he rolled 2 smash.
Right.
He threw a power card.
What did he get? Shrike Claws. Could be useful in this matchup, but probably not what he was looking for right now. He has an amazing knack, he was telling me that he has an amazing knack of picking upgrades. It looks like that's carried on. Thrafnir's moving in for the kill.
Yeah. Which the worrisome thing here on Thrafnir, if John realizes that, is this will give him his 2nd hunger. So the next time that he activates Thrafnir will kill himself. Because he'll now he should have 2 hunger counters.
Yeah, he's remembered.
And after his next activation, when he has 3, it'll deal damage.
Yeah.
So the next time Thrafnir activates, unless he has a bonus wound, Thrafnir will die.
Good spot. I tend to play that on Draknar, who's normally dead by the time he doesn't normally get 3 activations.
Yeah, exactly. Sepsim is charging in. Looks like he's attacking Quiv. if I had to
That
guess.
makes sense. Going to try and get a kill. Steal primacy. Or take war.
A crit and a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a dead quiv.
Yeah.
A glory primacy token.
So
And Surge of Aggression.
Surge of Aggression. I do like with the new cards, you've now got options for the winning that kind of card with the fast move and things like that.
Oh yeah,
mix it
Crowd
up
Runner and
yeah. What we got here? There's an aggressive display. 2 or more fighters out of action. Well, that's not going to happen. Or 2 or more attack action upgrades. I'm guessing that's not going to happen either. Despite Pete having a fistful of upgrades.
For anybody listening who doesn't know, this match was done with decks before Seraphon came in.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
So, yeah, just in case anybody's watching and wondering.
Yeah,
we're
trying to include a whole season and just being the cards that are out at the start of the season because we were more or less right at the end when the Stalkers card arrived. So we just thought we'd do the final with those cards as well, or without those cards, and then the new season starts, which I think you can still sign up for. If you're not a patron, you can sign in at the $2 level, and then you can enter the competition, and you can play with the Star Red Stalkers and all their new cards. So Pete, I realised Pete's made his cards massive, so his upgrade looks tiny. He's got a tiny Terror Shield on him, tiny Terror Shield, which is quite a nice card, I think.
Yeah. Chariot Claws going on Sepsimus. And
he's put out the Unstoppable Tread.
I think in that last power step, Rothborn scored Unexpected Cunning for playing his third card of the phase.
Good spot. Oh, yeah. And Pete has...
And Pete's discarding Predatory Spell.
Yeah.
In the end phase here. Doesn't look like much scoring is happening for him other than Primacy. And then putting on his upgrades.
Matt has made a very good point that this league has technically closed for new entrants. The groups have already been drawn. That is very true. However, I like people to join our Patreon. So if you did want to, I'd have to pull rank and override.
Now Hrothgorn is scoring Underdog and Intimidating Display for 3.
Right.
And also Dominant Position for another 2. So 5 Glory and Phase for Hrothgorn.
Wow, that's impressive. I'm glad you're paying attention, Matt.
Yeah.
And he's put Master
And
Spoils on.
it also begs to be said that Pete will inspire if he gets a wound on anyone else other than threatening.
Yeah. Actually, shouldn't he be inspired? Isn't it 3 fighters?
3 enemies.
Sorry? 3 enemy.
3 enemy fighters.
3 enemy fighters.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. I'm getting confused with them and the Dread Pageant.
Yeah.
Matt says he's all for bringing people, the anarchy of bringing new people in, so that's fine. Yeah, we can make it work. We can make it work. So Pete kept Faithful Reward. He's kept Aggressive Display, and he's now picked up Pitiable Death. Well, that could work for him.
Well, if Thrafnir is taken out of the action,
yeah, that could work for him. Yeah,
he'll score it.
Yeah. And then he's got Shocking Frosty, which is during an attack action after the deal damage, deal 1 damage to the attacker. Oh, that's quite nice for him. at this stage. Nauseous Revulsion. -1 dice. It's a cycle ploy.
So John's rolled 4 crit for the roll off here going into round 2.
Fantastic. 4 crits.
So is Pete's dice luck just whoever's against him gets better dice?
Yeah, that's mad. Matt Collins has pointed out that the mod is amazing now. It's been the TTS mod. It's like almost professional.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
It looks like Hrothgorn's going to take a shot.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, he's targeting Fecula. I'm going to try to drag her into the trap.
Yeah. It's a pivotal moment. 1 fury.
1 hit.
Move over the dice. Pete's he's going for it. Oh, and it's no.
Should pick 2.
Oh, he's got the Terror Shield. Oh, I should have given him. I didn't see whether he used the Terror Shield or not.
And he pushed, drove her back, and then pulled her into the lethal for the kill, leaving the trap there for.
I see.
Substance.
Yeah. Oh, that is first death. Oh no, it's not the first death. Sorry. Yeah, that was a good play there.
And Beast Trail to get Drafnir out of the way.
Oh. And that doesn't count as activating him, so he didn't die.
No.
It feels like at this stage it's going to be hard for Pete to get back into this.
Yeah, he'll have to get lucky with some rolls here, I think.
Yeah.
He's got his attack reroll. I think it'll depend on whether he's going to go for a Bushwhacker here or try to potentially lay 3 damage on Hrothgorn. Because he could easily push him into the lethal with the attack for 3, and then Septimus will be on 3. He could also push away to make sure that he's away from the trap.
Yeah.
With Unstoppable Tread. So.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Models being thrown around. Love it.
Hrothgorn's been shrunk. Let's bring it down to size.
Don't attack me. I'm a tiny ogre. So we got the Septimus attack out of 1 hit. Here's a reroll on the support.
One hit.
Still just 1 hit.
But if he's attacking Hrothgorn, he's got Sharite claws, hasn't he? So yeah, that's.
So a dodge.
Oh no, he didn't go.
No, he was doing the attack on Bushwhacker.
Yeah.
And Pete still has his reaction.
Yeah. Away from the trap.
And he could always attack Hrothgorn if Hrothgorn doesn't move.
Oh no, has he changed his mind?
Oh,
gone on to the objective.
Nauseous Revulsion. Oh,
okay.
He's reducing the dice.
Yeah. And should he have won? Oh, I see. So it was just I see. I was thinking he didn't actually kill because he defended, didn't he? I was thinking he hadn't defended because Hrothgorn rolled shields because he wasn't attacking Hrothgorn. Getting myself all confused. We've got a Famed Hunter has come out now. Reroll 1 attack dice in the fighter's attack rolls. Hrothgorn.
Yep.
Got some smelly cards.
Unless Hrothgorn moves, that'll be a one smash with support attack.
Yeah.
I assume he'll be going for the higher damage attack.
And the trap's right there.
Yep. There's the one hammer. Nothing, but he's got the reroll.
Yeah.
Nope.
2 bags of nothing. Greetings, am I late? Yes, Andrew, sorry, we started half an hour early today because it's a best of 3, so we wanted to make sure we had time to finish it. But it's, you're sort of nearly two thirds into the first game. Well, I suppose you're about halfway actually, technically, because this is halfway through round 2. Oh, Andrew missed the memo. Sorry, Andrew.
Well, we got Gogok charging in.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to guarantee primacy. He might have Surge of Aggression.
Yeah.
There's a crit.
Yeah.
And even a crit will still allow Pete to inspire.
Yeah.
Because he could drive him back into the total lethal, which is great.
So
And
he's
there's pitiable death.
Pitiable death. Oh yes, because he pushed him onto the starting hex.
Starting hex.
He's grabbed primacy, so it's still Pete could still turn it back. He's got Savage Exemplar now, which he doesn't want, because Fecula is dead. Aggressive display and faithful reward. Well, he will score those now.
I'll score that as long as both of his fighters don't die.
Yeah, to be honest, if he doesn't score it, that's the least of his problems, isn't it?
Yeah. He's trying that one hammer attack again.
He's got the hammer.
This time he's got a hit.
Yeah. What we got now?
So subsmith's up to the 2 dice here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a crit.
Yeah.
That was
Marks is not a fan of automatic dice rolls.
that crit definitely. If he hadn't a crit out of that could have cost Pete the game.
Yeah.
Pretty immediately.
Yeah. Definitely. So what we got over here? We've got massive bolt going on Hrothgorn now.
So we've got an 8 wound Hrothgorn.
And we've got some feral symbiotes coming out over this side.
Now the only thing about that is that only does bonus damage to range 1 attacks.
Oh yeah.
So it'll only boost his scything attack if they're remembering that.
I think he's realised that. I wonder whether Pete's realised that.
Yeah.
That's a kind of easy advanced mistake to make. Putting that kind of attack on, doing it on the wrong range.
Yeah, it looks like we'll see how much damage John ends up taking.
Yeah.
It ends up being 0 because he's got cleave.
He's got cleave, yeah.
He's got cleave, so that should go through.
Yeah. He's taken 1, 2. He's taken 3. So that is he's taken 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 4. Yeah. So they have
playing that one wrong.
They have made an error there.
Yeah. Still drive him back, and then also push off as a reaction. Oh. A 1 dice crit.
Sorry, I was.
So John's done a 1 dice crit back with Hrothgorn.
Oh, okay.
No, so that is now a dead Sepsimus.
Okay, Septimus is pushed into the trap.
3 damage and then pushed into the trap. Yeah.
Crunch. Yeah. Pete probably should have moved him after his last attack.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah.
He could have pushed off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll take that as he played Feral Symbiote wrong, so we. I was just toying with whether to message him and tell him, but now I don't have to.
Shocking Ferocity.
Yeah.
Was a reaction, so 1 more damage. So Hrothgorn's down to 3.
Yeah.
Which is probably why he left Hrothgorn where he was, guaranteeing that bonus damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with Nauseous Revulsion, it meant he was staying at 1 die.
Yeah. But couldn't he have moved to the other side of the objective? Then he wouldn't have been next to the trap, but he still would have been next to Hrothgorn.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
they're scoring. Pete's discarding Savage Exemplar.
Yeah. He's picked up. Is that the Awesome Predator? Oh, that's a decent pick at this stage.
Yep.
Golgok will come out of nowhere and do an RKO to Throth. Golgok does some heavy lifting, I think, for Pete's warband. I guess it says he's 1/3 of the warband, so he probably would do. But I think he's underestimated. I think Golgok is underestimated. Veteran hunter drop.
Oh yeah. Golgok is usually the one people lead with, so he ends up dying early, but very accurate with 3 hammers and then cleave. Faithful Reward and Aggressive Display and Awesome Predator score for Pete. Plus Primacy. That puts us at 10-0.
Wow. I missed what John scored.
John scored Aggressive Display.
Is that it?
And that was it.
Just Aggressive Display. Yeah. Okay, so not the best round for John on the objective front. He's got Savage Exemplar, Successful Hunt, and Surge of Aggression left. Ooh, interesting. Not easy to.
If Pete charges Hrothgorn and can push him into the lethal, he can deal the killing blow.
Now what did Pete draw into? Pete drew into Unafraid, which he could score if he's still alive. Underdog, interesting one that. And Chosen Warriors. Who wins the roll off? It looks like it's Pete.
Yep. Yeah. With 2 crits.
He's got Virulent Blade in his hand, which will enable him to re-roll range 1 and 2 attack actions. And Hulking Physique, which is -1 move, +1 wounds, and +1 damage to his Golgot's range 1 attack actions.
So if he really wants to utilize that, he is going to do the charge. Yeah.
And he's got.
I was going to say if he wanted to, he could go this first activation.
Yeah. He's got Scavenged Armour as well for an extra wound.
That'll hopefully keep him alive.
This is going to be important. Oh, he's got a crit and a hammer.
With cleave on 1 defense die, so there is no defending from Hrothgorn. That'll be 2 1/3 into lethal as long as nothing prevents the drive back.
Oh. Wow.
Yep. That won't be primacy because of lethal did the killing blow.
Yeah. So it was the lethal that did it. So that extra wound.
Other than Thrill of the Hunt, which will give him primacy and heal him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and John just drew into Ferocious Resistance. He could have healed up, but Thrafnir's getting a heal of 1. So That means he can activate without dying.
Oh yeah, Lenny Winks has pointed out it should be 2 glory for killing Hrothgorn.
Oh, I always forget that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, although I can understand why they've done it. I'm not sure it's a great rule because it's counterintuitive, I think.
Yeah, it's especially hard when somebody isn't normally 6 wounds.
Exactly.
You know, like it's really hard when you are playing against crushes and one of them gets a bonus wound to remember that. Oh wait, now that was a 2 glory kill.
Yeah.
Scavenged armor on Thrafnir, who I am very surprised is still alive.
Yeah, I guess he hot-footed it out of there. So I guess he got out of dodge. So it's 11:10. This is.
Yeah, he should have primacy.
Oh. Okay, what's happening?
Oh no, he shouldn't. Thrill of the hunt. It wasn't the attack action.
Yeah, you're right.
Took the enemy out of.
It was the lethal hex.
Out of action.
That's what Ildefonse said.
Yeah.
I'd missed his comment. Ildefonse, yes, you're absolutely right, but it looks like they've gone back on it.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can't use it. So.
Over maybe they're remembering the 2nd glory with the 6+ wounds though.
Okay. So swings and roundabouts. So Pete's gone up 1, but hasn't gained primacy. I think I'd take that, to be honest.
Yeah. Especially with him having underdog in hands. Potentially there's a way that that John can gain the token. Which I think him gaining the primacy token may actually mean that Pete's going to win.
Yeah.
If he can score underdog.
So what's Pete going to presumably draw some cards? Yep. He's picked up... did he just move that? I think he just picked one up and then moved it. Unnatural vitality +1 move. Not much use at this point.
No.
Is there anything John can do?
Not related. If he gets Savage Strength, Thrafnir can deal 4. But Pete would have to not roll a block on 2 guard dice against 3 Fury.
Right.
I think that's the way to deal the 4 damage. But that there has to be a lot of luck involved there.
Yeah. Lug it and thwack for the win, I reckon.
Now, if he's got some Soul Tooth for Lug it and thwack, that might be
he's got a lot of cards over there, but so he's got Chirai.
Yeah, he didn't just draw. He used Veteran Hunter to draw 2 the last action.
Toughened Hide. Ravenous Fury.
Here's your Lug it and thwack charge.
Okay, yeah. Two hammers. That's
2 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Significant. Cool.
2 successes.
Oh, because he's on guard, isn't he?
And because he rolled 2 successes, he can't use the push reaction.
Let's play feign strength. Just going to discuss that. That means he's got surge of aggression, and that means Pete won't score underdog because he won't have primacy at the end.
Exactly.
At the end of the game, at the end of the turn, whatever happens.
Yep. However, with Leg and Thwack there, unless Thrafnir does get that kill, That's kind of guaranteed him unafraid.
Sorry?
I don't know why Pete pushed 2 there. He should have only pushed 1 from steady offense. But what I was saying was because Leggett and Thrak charged, unless Thrafnir makes the kill, it's also given Pete unafraid.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Which is best case scenario for him.
Yeah. Shuriate Claws have gone on. It's 12-11. John's got 1 more activation. He's going to charge with the cat.
Yeah, he's only doing 3. He can't push back, so...
Yeah.
3 damage with cleave into the and supports into the 2 defense dice on guard.
Yeah. This is a big roll. 28 people watching, so thank you everybody for tuning in. It's quite exciting stuff.
Oh, 3 hammers. Oh, no.
Oh. I think Pete's going to take it. And I thought it was middle of the game. I thought he was done, which I think is maybe his success is that the worms back keep coming back. They don't. You can knock them down, but they get back up again. And to quote the song. Wow.
Oh, chosen warriors, unafraid.
Yeah, chosen.
All that Golgok living.
Yeah. Chosen Warriors is a good card. I hadn't even seen that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're at 16. What does John have in his hand?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's only got 2 left. I think John suffered because he had to throw away quite a lot of. He's got Savage Exemplar, which he can't score, and Successful Hunt. So no, he didn't score either of those. So he threw, but I think he threw away 5 objectives or something, which is a lot to throw away.
So Pete picks game 1, 16-11.
Well done, Pete.
Moving on to game 2. I'm just going to take 2 seconds, Robin.
Okay.
Set up. Be right back.
Good, yeah. Setting up for game 2. Had Golgok died, it would have been 12-all to John. Wow. Dave Henderson hates that song. Sorry, Dave. I don't know where it even came from. It just kind of... So anyway, so that was well, there were a couple of pivotal moments, weren't there? There was some the roll at the end, obviously, and the attack on Pete winning the roll off and killing Hrothgorn at the top of turn 3. Really, well, they were the 2 pivotal moments in the game, I guess. Slight question mark over Pete's use of Feral Symbiote on Septimus, because I think that was the 1 extra damage that enabled Hrothgorn to be killed. So these things happen in games. John was pretty unlucky there. Andrew says, 4 or 3 doesn't no hits. It's just there are times when you just know you're going to get screwed over, and when you roll 3 hammers, when you're actually attacking with your sword guy, you know that's it. So they're rolling off, and it looks like a win for John. I'll just zoom in a little bit. They're all up there. It's very confusing. So crit for John. And away we go. So I hope you're enjoying this, guys. A close game. I hope the commentary's okay. It's a little bit, it's pretty odd. And not really been a situation where we can't hear everybody so much. I feel like, which is a bit strange. We can't hear the other two talking. So John has chosen boards this time.
Well, the interesting thing in this format is that in a best of 3, there are only 4 boards to choose. So they're going to be left with a lot less options.
That's true. I don't actually know whether we discussed whether you had to take a different board or not.
I was going to ask you that.
I don't think we actually. It certainly didn't occur to me because all the other rounds were best of 1, so I never need to worry about it. Yeah, in fact, John, we've realised that that would have been 12. It might have been 12-13 to John because he'd have got an extra damage, extra glory because Golgok would have been on 6 wounds. So John would have taken it had the cat landed, but he didn't.
The cat needed to deal 1 more damage. He didn't have enough damage even on that attack.
Oh, did he not? Oh, okay. Because Golgok had 4 wound takers on him.
Oh wait, no. It was Thrill of the Hunt that got taken back. That's where my
right. Okay. Yeah. So
I thought he was back on 2. Enough. So yeah.
So the cat didn't land on his feet this time. Right, and so it's very similar objective placement to last time.
Kind of guarding for that dominant position, especially knowing that Pete's not playing that.
Yeah.
I think it's much easier for him to, have the Nobblers in the back.
Yeah.
However, with the board selection, there's not much, other than the Amber Trap Nest that they both played last time. There's not much of a way for John to hide the Nobblers in this matchup.
No. So what have we got? Let's have a quick look at Pete then. So Pete's got Blessed Endurance, which is when an attack action with a damage 3 of 3 or more targets a friendly fighter succeeds but doesn't kill one of his fighters. Faithful Reward is the inspired one again, and Pete's thrown him away. Shush.
I think that's good. A 3 damage attack action. Yeah. I think that's a pretty solid kind of first mulligan here.
Yeah, I think so. John's got 3 upgrades.
I would also say in this format, like the Vanguard, I think mulligans are much more prevalent. It's a lot harder to have a very consistent hand.
Yes. So he's got Underdog, Unexpected Cunning, and Savage Exemplar. That's going to be hard to score, but Unexpected Cunning is fairly easy to score, and Underdog. Who knows? He's probably likely to score Underdog, really, in this matchup.
I wonder if he'll place one of the Nobblers up front.
I feel like he probably will. Interestingly, he's only got 2 ploys, which will make playing 3 power cards tricky. He will have to get some glory somewhere.
Yeah, he'll have to score Savage Exemplar. Really?
Yeah.
He does have Ravenous Fury in him, but he has to make sure that he does damage first, which means 2 successful attacks.
Yeah. Now Pete is playing. He's got Surge of Aggression. Okay, so he'd be happy to get the primacy token from a Rogue Noblar.
Yeah.
And Awesome Predator. And Unafraid. Well, Unafraid, possible. Unafraid is always a bit of a punt in the dark, I find. Although I do play the Despoilers. Yeah. It's rather harder with the Despoilers. But you just never quite know what's going to happen.
I think the hard thing with Wormfat and that card is their movement speed.
Yeah.
Like Golgok right now with his positioning down in the bottom corner. He literally just has to move and not attack and hope Bushwhacker doesn't move.
Yeah. You're right.
And that's going to be one of the few ways that he can actually score Unafraid.
Yeah, it's a good card to get towards the end of the game. Yeah,
which is exactly what Pete started with.
Yeah.
Hawthorne's first, I think.
Lots of.
Oh. Yeah, he's taking a shot at Septimus.
Yeah.
And that is a double miss on the trap launcher. Oh, the support is the reroll from Quiz.
Okay.
So, nothing on 3 dice.
So it continues.
Yeah. Well, once again, if you want Savage Exemplar, he needs to deal at least 1 damage.
Yeah.
You know, ideally the full 2, so that 1 dice can't mitigate it down to 0.
Yeah.
You know, the way that
they've obviously decided to dispense with the dice rollers this turn.
I like those dice rollers. I think Pete's really excited about how many attack dice he's going to be rolling.
He's getting...
I cannot wait to see this 8 dice attack.
What's happening? What are we waiting for?
Well, Robin, you never get to use any of the fancy dice because you have to use the white and black ones for the overlay, right? In person.
I've got a thing. I always use the white and black ones because I've got this thing against add-on dice sales. Even in TTS, I have to keep using the black and white ones.
Yeah. I usually don't buy the dice packs. I bought the all the new giant ones. So I really liked the chunkiness of them.
Actually, I can see that more, but literally just buying the same dice in a different color to me just. It's one of these ridiculous things that I have a ridiculous principle about. Living Plague, he's just drawn because I feel like the hobby in itself, most hobbies are wasteful of the world's resources, and so you could say, well, you shouldn't play at all because it's all plastic. But taking that aside, because the hobby's good fun, but making lots and lots of dice is just plastic for the sake of using plastic. I feel like.
Yeah. Hey, I was so adamantly refusing to buy the gift pack for many a month after it came out.
Yeah.
just on the I don't use the board.
Well, we were fortunate enough
to
be sent one. Oh, we've got a attack roll and
same thing. It's a miss on the trap launcher.
Oh,
still nothing. Yeah. So I mean, his objective hand or his entire hand will brick if he doesn't hit one of these.
Yeah.
One of these attacks.
He must be getting thinking at some point I've got to hit. Oh, he's changed his dice color. Maybe that's gonna change his luck.
I always do that. Yeah, the 1 dice pack I actually used to use was always the Thunderic ones.
Right.
Because they're gold and purple, which matches all my Stormcast.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, yeah.
Children needs to bring back the dice roller, so we've got to assume this is a charge on Septimus. Let's try and kill the... don't knock the gift pack, Andrew says.
Yeah, going on Cliff.
Andrew Clay, I don't know if you were... I don't think you were a patron at the time. Andrew famously threw the Shadespire cards away, and then when they brought out the gift pack and then put the cards like Distraction back in, he didn't have them anymore because he'd thrown them away. So he had to buy the gift pack to reclaim them. So
here's the charge.
He's gone in.
So I only do 3.
He's going to do 3. He's got no. All right.
And that he needs a crit now.
Yeah.
1 die crit.
Yeah. This if he gets a crit, I think John can go home. He'd be justified in going home.
Yep. So 3 damage onto Septimus.
Yeah.
It's still not enough to score anything.
No.
Like there still won't really be a score coming out of that that objective hand, he might be able to get a kill with his last activation, like Thrafnir make a charge. But it won't score any surges. He could potentially.
If he gets.
He hasn't played any of his ploys, and now Ravenous Fury is dead, which means he literally can't score unexpected cunning.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh.
He actually needed to miss.
Yeah, I've done that before. I think I've done exactly what you're playing for the miss and don't get it. It's the best way to be accurate, actually.
I play a lot of Rippas. I'm just used to missing a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't know how you play Rippers. I just don't understand them. I can't make them work. I probably haven't tried enough, but every time I just get my face rubbed into the dirt every time I play them.
I've played too many games with Rippas. I think that's a big part of it.
Spell attack going off. We've got crit defense.
Oh, there's a crit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So changing the colour of the dice does seem to have had an effect, because I think he's had only successful dice rolls since he's changed them.
He's got to change his defense dice to match.
Yeah.
So that he can have some of that luck back in defense. He's trying for the Gogok kill. So any way that he slices it, he's getting unafraid, even if this kill goes off.
Yes.
What were you saying about dice?
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, what a first round.
Yeah, that's he's Pete. John has got Pete's dice at the moment.
John has thrown, because he had the reroll twice, he's thrown 11 dice and only got 2 hits and no crits on attack this round.
Yeah, that's. So we have got a score of unafraid. Nobody won primacy, so that was a pretty low, hitting round. Nobody's dead.
Yeah.
And he's ditched Awesome Predator.
Yeah. Gone unafraid.
Yeah. Yeah, he scored unafraid, ditched out an Awesome Predator, which I think I'd do, and kept hold of Surge of Aggression, which I think makes sense. And he's beefing up Golgoth. He's got a Virulent Blade on him. He can reroll his attack actions, and Hulking Physique. +1 wounds, +1 damage. So.
Oh, Virulent Blade is a substance only.
No, he's changed it.
So he's throwing an Unstoppable Tread on him.
Yeah. Andrew Marlowe said Pete scores unafraid. Not surprising considering John's dice rolls. I'd be unafraid too. I think if you knew that was going to happen, we'd all would be. So John has. He's ditched Unexpected Cunning.
Yeah, just was not getting it. He ditched. That was the only one. So he still got Savage Exemplar, hoping to go first and kill Septimus to inspire.
Yeah, so interesting. I suppose Savage Exemplar has got a good chance of scoring it now.
Yeah, two hammers into a trapped fighter.
Yeah,
should be pretty consistent.
And but Pete's won the roll off.
I think he's gotta go first and move Septimus out of there.
I think so.
Just make a charge and try to get a quick kill. Would be my thoughts on that. We'll see how he.
out Cycle Ploy.
Yeah, Nauseous Revulsion. Well, the history doesn't show Pete's roll, but I think he missed that attack completely.
Yeah. He must have done. I completely missed him charge. I had a text message. I don't get this problem when you watch the BBC.
All right, what's John starting with? So probably, yeah, I think he's doing the shot. So it'll be 2 Fury with support.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. And he's he's got it now.
Sepsimus is down. That'll get him Savage Exemplar as well as the kill.
Okay, so that's
which is good. It's you know, I feel like he'd be in a better place if he could actually just inspire, which he's very much struggled at for 2 games.
Yeah, definitely. It's the one thing when I haven't played Hrothgorn a lot, but it's the one thing I always struggle with is getting the inspiration. It's because you've got to get up close and personal, and you might not want to, and then it never seems to work out the way it never works out for me. I think it's just, again, it's lack of reps with the particular warband. It's a massive bulk, isn't it?
Oh, he's gotten big again. So
yeah, I think that's a good idea, especially in this matchup. Pete's got to go for it, really. Go for him. And so he doesn't need to move that fast. So Fecula's over here. She's going to presumably try and hit... What was that? Quiv?
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder... that trap right beside...
but that's...
Rafnir, or right beside Gorgok. That could be a lot of damage coming in on him.
Yeah. I think he was after Surge of Aggression, maybe. And Savage Exemplar. That's probably what he was going for. So what's John got over here? He's got a dominant position, which I think he'll probably score. Aggressive display, which he might, if this goes his way. And underdog, which he, again, might. Oh, no, he won't.
Does he have Feign Weakness?
Yeah, he might.
In here?
He's got Feign Strength.
That won't help with Thunderbone. I believe this will be a Golgok attack.
Yeah.
Let's see. He can attack with 3. 3 hammers doing 3 damage at Thrafnir. 2 hits.
2 hits. Ooh.
No, that's a dead Thrafnir. That'll be his primacy.
Yeah. So that's
maybe underdog is still out there.
Yeah, that's going to score Surge of Aggression for Pete, but not Savage Exemplar. And he's not currently picking up Aggressive Display.
See if he remembers to push away from that trap this time.
Oh yeah, because he's got Unstoppable Shred.
Yeah.
Well, he's looking at it, so yes, he is. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Now remember, Golgok is down to 2 move because of Hulking Physique.
Yeah.
So he can't get to Quiv, for example. He can't get to Lugged and Thwack.
No.
Ooh, Scavenger Armor on Fecula, nice.
What's John going to play? So it's 4-2 at the moment.
There's very few objective holding cards in the current Vanguard meta.
No, yeah, that's
very little that you can actually do.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like in Vanguard, the lizard men are not in their best place, whereas in the championship meta, I think they can be really strong. They've got a lot of glorious scoring potential, but in Vanguard they haven't got very much at all. So he's on the objective now.
Yeah.
So that's
However, in Vanguard, I'd say like they have the great plan that they have access to. Cards like Winged Death, you know, some of the duels, the hybrids. I think that they've got a big glory boost that not a lot of formats have access to.
Pete played them. I haven't played them yet. I'm playing them this week. Pete played them Vanguard last week, and he said that the dual cards that are available to them are a bit crap, and that's the problem with the great. That's the problem with the great plan. I think the other ones are fine, but the dual cards in Vanguard are poor. But I haven't actually checked to see whether I agree with him. So
I mean, bold deeds wouldn't work for a 6-fighter warband.
No,
clean kills might.
So
that might be hard to justify.
Putting Golgoth right in the way there. That's a.
Yeah.
I guess he's got to be.
So if he kills one of them, he'll inspire.
Right. Yep. Oh.
That roll of 2 crits and a hit will kill something.
Yeah. Who was he going to go? He was going for the.
It was Bushwhacker.
Bushwhacker.
Yeah.
So, but not so. And he scores.
Turntables.
Oh, because it was a quarry. Oh yeah, because everything's a quarry.
Oh, because he's. Oh wow.
Everything's a quarry.
That is some tech into Rawk.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know whether he added that knowing he was playing Hrothgorn, or whether he has got some quarry upgrades. I haven't really noticed.
And Thrill of the Hunt.
Thrill of the Hunt.
So this reaction, he'll get the push off of it. Although he already had the push off of Unstoppable Tread. He won't be able to do both.
I don't know.
No, it's the same window. It's after an attack action.
Well, one's after activation and one's after attack action, but they're the same time, aren't they? Which is one of the things that drives me potty.
See, we were talking about Rippas, and that's what you have to know with Rippas.
Of course,
it's exactly what blocks it. I was so excited about the gauntlets, and then I realized that it was the same window.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, nope, can't play those. Well, the claws are going on, so we now have a Hrothgorn with cleave on all of his attacks.
Oh.
Fecula is on guard because of Scavenged Armor, as much as the guard token is hidden under her.
Okay.
She is currently on guard, so she will have defense against kind of an initial volley.
Yeah.
So 6-2, last activation of the round. Hrothgorn making a charge adjacent. Won't be able to do the damage to kill, but
no.
And he's rolling for Terror Shield right now, and it goes off, so Fecula's on 2 block. Oh, and this is still only a 1 hammer attack.
Oh, because of the cycle ploy.
That is a miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Nice defense, nice defensive cards from Pete.
Oh, but he's rerolling. He's rerolling with his card.
Oh, we're having this Fury's play. Yeah. Till the end of that enemy fighter's activation. So she's back down to 1 defense.
Yeah.
As I think what they're checking, so. Because his activation is over. Now, if Ravenous Fury was played in the middle of, let's say, a scything attack, it would still count. But
He's only rolled one dice.
The one action.
He only rolled one
No,
dice.
still nothing.
Oh, yeah, it's the cycle prize, isn't it? The one dice. Get myself confused. Yep. Well. So it's 6-2, and was that the last activation?
That was the last one. So we're going to scoring.
Yep.
And let's see what Pete gets.
He's got
aggressive displays.
And chosen warriors.
Chosen warrior shouldn't be scored. Yeah.
No, sorry, yeah.
I was going to say he hasn't killed 3.
No. So, just 1. He does have primacy.
Yeah. So, we're going up to 8-2.
8-2. What's John got in reply? He's going to have something.
Yeah, he's getting underdog. You know that.
Yeah. And he's going to get aggressive, dominant position as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So what? Pete's kept Savage Exemplar. He's got Chosen Warriors and Pitiable Death.
Okay. All right, 8-6 right now.
What's he playing on Hrothgorn? Living Avalanche. Well, that's going to be a key card. John's kept Feign Strength, and he's got aggressive display, Arm of the Everwinter, and unassailable.
Okay. Does he have the flipping tech left?
What's that one? Ferocious Resistance. That's Feign Strength, Scavenged Armor, Beast Trail, and Feign Weakness. So he hasn't got it in hand. I haven't seen it. I think it's still in his deck, but it's not in hand.
So John's on the roll off here.
Okay. So John won, did he?
Yeah, he's just going to start by attacking.
Yeah, so that's...
back up to 2 dice.
Yeah. That's it. Pete won the roll-off in the previous game, so this could be... Yeah. Oh,
there's a crit.
Crit.
You can still roll a crit or a shield would be nice.
Oh,
no, neither. So 3 damage, and he's no longer on guard because Scavenged Armor. Yeah. This is for the last round.
Yeah. Oh, it's a dead Fecula. 8-7. No primacy.
How is... Oh, Living Avalanche went on. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fecula's down. Pushed into lethal for the last. So,
yeah.
Once again, no primacy. Nothing that's going to trigger off the kill.
No.
But that's a decently big fighter to take down. And once again, doesn't inspire, though. I think that's an important distinction in this matchup.
Yes. Yeah. There's so much wounds added to the Nurgle fighters that it's very difficult for John to kill them without pushing them into things. And so then he ends up not getting primacy inspired.
See, formidable defense. We're down 1 die, so we're on 2 hammers.
Yeah.
2 hammers, 3 damage, but we're on 3 block now.
What's John got? He's got Arm of the Everwinter, aggressive display, which he's going to score, and unassailable, which he is also going to score. I don't know how many. Let's see how many cards he's got left. He's got 10 power cards left, so I'm not sure it's worth fishing for for a tech to flip something.
So Luggin and Thwack are attacking. Let's see.
Oh,
2 hits. That's actually really bad luck for him because he probably still won't be able to do the push.
Oh, I got.
See, that's still only 2 successes though, so the push won't trigger because there's. Ooh. Golgok's got Feral Symbiote, so he's on 4 damage now. They can't do that push. That is incorrect.
Which one is that? Is that Luggett? Is that a Luggett and Thwack? Oh, I see. If there were fewer successes in the attack roll than the defense roll, push the target 1 hex.
There were 2 successes in the attack roll, and there were 2 successes in the defense roll. One happened to be a critical success, but there were still only 2 successes. It wasn't that he missed. It doesn't say if he missed the attack, which is how I think they're playing with that at the moment.
So what's Pete got? He's got Underdog, Pitiable Death, and Chosen Warriors.
He went on guard and then used Unstoppable Tread to
push himself back again. Got Sarah an amusing repeat. A hunger token for Feral Symbiote.
Yeah. We're down to so few activations that it won't necessarily matter.
Looking forward to hunger becoming a thing with the new arrival of the new warband. The next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
The article today was very interesting.
It was. Yeah. I do think they've really upped the design of the warbands this season. I think they're really interesting, and the mechanics I think are working. Whereas last season, some of the new mechanics were a bit hit and miss, and you wondered why they'd done them.
Yeah, poison.
Poison. Even combo. Combo was there, but it never really came to anything. Right, so we've got 3rd activation. He's going to do it again.
Yeah.
Got a success.
Yeah, so now he can push it.
Bosh.
I think for Pete to win, he's just got to get a kill. He has to get that kill so he can get. I can't remember the name of the card where he's got 3 of them dead.
Oh yeah, it's called Chosen Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
+1 move's decent for him.
Yeah.
If he charges, does he have Pitiable Death in hand?
He does, yeah. So is this chap?
Yeah, so I wonder if he's charging Quiv.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah. Now he could charge into the lethal, knowing that Hrothgorn's going to kill him either positioning, which is probably how I would end up doing that to guarantee the lack of support.
Yeah, I think that would be worth it because Hrothgorn's got enough to kill him anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a hammer.
There's 1 hit.
It's got a reroll.
Here's his reroll.
Oh, 2
hits. So the support doesn't matter. And no crit. Okay, so there's There's Quiv taken out. There's
Oh,
Primacy, which Feign Strength will end up just stealing away.
Yeah.
But more importantly, Pitiable Death is scored.
Yeah.
And as long as he survives,
which is he's
he'll,
only got one activation to kill him. So
yeah. It is a 2-hammer 4 damage attack cleave though.
Yeah, that's But he's got lots of defense dice.
Yeah. But only needs crits. It's the only thing that'll.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Pete got no cards left.
Yep.
No,
He was.
Pete's out of cards, so
Too.
yeah, and he's pushed.
Yeah. This one's going to come down to.
It is. So it's 10-7.
It's going to come down to the last Rothgorn.
10-7. Peter's just sent me a message that says "seat of pants time." Here we go. Has John got anything to help him? He's got the Feign cards. He's got Ferocious Resistance, which is much use at this point. And Beast Trail, which is not any use. Scavenged Armour, which... No, so he hasn't got anything to help.
Yeah. What's his... what are his objectives right now, John?
His objectives are... He has Aggressive Display, which he will score. Arm of the Everwinter, which he can't score. And Unassailable, which he's going to score. But they're only worth 2. So he's only going to score 2 glory.
So he's got 2. He'll get 2 more, so it'll end up being 10-10 if he makes the kill, unless Pete
and he'll be on objectives.
Or no matter what.
So he'll get 2. Golgok is only on 5 wounds, so he won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he won't get an extra one.
No. So if Golgok dies, it'll be 10-10. What's Pete's other card?
But then Pete will score third. Pete will score 2. So Pete's got this, hasn't he? Because Pete's going to score 2 Chosen Warriors.
Chosen Warriors, he gets to have 1 alive.
Oh, he does. Yes, you're right. Sorry. Yes, you're absolutely right. So, yeah.
What's the other card he's got in hand?
It is Underdog, which he can't score.
No. He won't be.
Well, everybody.
So,
33 people watching this.
How many? Oh, John's only scored 3.
Here we go.
I was going to say there's the other part of Underdog having 3.
Yeah.
3 more. It's going to come down to this 2-hammer attack with cleave against 3 block.
Here it comes.
Yeah. Going over the upgrades right now.
He's got cleave and I don't know, just living avalanche. Oh, it's a crit! Oh.
He needs a crit on 3 dice.
Oh. He's got 2! Wow.
Oh, clutch.
Pete will never be able to moan about his dice rolls ever again. Wow.
Oh, the double shield would have reduced it. Yeah, that's a good call. I mean,
that is a good point. Yeah, it's a fix. Who's going to send him a mug? That's what I want to know. Wow.
Get him to post it to himself. Oh, feign weakness into feign strength. Or feign strength into feign weakness here.
So what does that do? That gives him an extra one.
Which means Pete will still get primacy then. But yeah, he'll still end up having it with the 2 glory from Chosen Warriors.
Yeah.
There's no way for Dom to score 5 here in the end.
No.
Yeah. There's Feign Weakness played.
Yeah.
So Pete'll have primacy. That means Pete'll be on 13. John's 10, it looks like. Not the cards in his hand.
He's got Chosen Warriors. Good card, that Chosen Warriors. There's quite a few of them knocking around now for various factions, aren't there?
Yeah, I mean, this would be a hard card into a lot of other warbands, though.
True.
You know. And with the glorious double crit, Pete takes it.
It did come down to the rolls.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to see whether they want to come and have an interview or a post-match watch-up.
Oh, that was wonderful. Well played, both of them.
Right, we'll just find out. I don't know whether we can do the chat in TTS. Do we get all four on a call? He's just put a thumbs up. Can we? I'll just ask if we can do it through TTS. That might be the easiest way.
If that's how you'll have to guide me through it.
I think you can just press C and it will put. I think. Maybe not if we're spectators. Otherwise, we just have to call into the Discord chat. Might be the way to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are the best, the close games that come down to that roll. I mean, when they're that close, like
yeah,
they're very close in skill.
Yeah, so I'm going to hang up with you, Matt, and then we'll hopefully then connect to everybody in the other chat we've got going. So we'll see how we go. So I'll see you in a second, Matt.
Yep.
Okay. No, I've just realised I don't know how to make this work. There we are. There it is. Okay. Who's there? Everybody in?
Hello.
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 Wow, what a game. What a game, guys.
I know, good.
That was crazy.
Are you in as well, Matt?
I'm here.
Yeah,
Great game, guys.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
Yeah, that was great to watch. It's really bizarre watching it with no sound from you guys whatsoever. Trying to work out what's going on sometimes. But just amazing.
Sorry, I was going to say I couldn't work out if there's a way that we could somehow tell you what we were doing, like when somebody was attacking somebody. But I think the only way you could do that would have been if we'd have had like a call where you could hear us, but we couldn't hear you. But trying to work out how we could have set that up in Discord, I couldn't work it out.
No, it will get very complicated as well. Great defensive tech in your deck, Matt Collins says, Pete. Literally the last roll in both games. Yeah, it was. Both games came down to that last roll. And probably the second game mostly came down to John never actually hitting, or very rarely hitting. You must have been doing your nut in that first round of the second game, John. You just kept rolling.
I hit a lot more in that game than I normally do, so
Right, okay.
it was all right.
Fair enough.
John has a similar problem to me.
Right.
That his dice just decide that he can go and stick it somewhere when he's trying to hit things.
I noticed once you changed their colour, you got a bit better. Yep. Yeah.
What were you going to say, Robin?
I noticed once you changed the colour of the dice, he did actually start rolling a bit better. I don't know whether that was significant or not. But
I don't think so.
yeah, I mean the Wormspat, Pete, you've grown in strength to strength with them, but they are so defensively hard to take down. I think that with the primacy being king in Vanguard in particular, I think they're really suited to it, aren't they?
I think they are. I think I've been very lucky that I've picked a warband that really suit the Vanguard meta, and it's been more luck than judgment. I certainly didn't really have this clue when I started out, and the first few games I played against you and against the other Matt, not you on the channel, Matt. I think it was the other guy. I was trying to play a more objective, grabby sort of deck, and the first 2 games I either lost or I think you and I drew Robin, and I then stripped my deck back and started again with it, and I just took like all the defensive cards I could in the sole aim of just going, you know what, I'm just going to try and live for as long as possible.
Yeah, well, it definitely worked in this game. Obviously, I didn't see the others.
Yeah, Golgok is hard to kill.
Yeah, especially with all those upgrades on him.
Yeah, 3 defense dice, and when he was on guard as well.
Yeah, it's just rude.
I completely missed the fact that Luggett and Thwack can push somebody if they fail to hit them, which was absolutely brilliant, because I actually then wanted to fail that second attack against me so that you didn't push me away and I could have attacked you. But
Right.
then I got like a crit defense again, and then he could then just shove me straight back into that lethal hex that I just got out of.
You actually played that
So
slightly
I
wrong
was
first
pointing
time.
it out.
Go on.
Yeah, I was pointing that out. So it's actually not if he misses, it's if he rolls less successes. So when he rolled 2 hammers to your crit and shield, those were the same amount of successes. So the first push shouldn't have happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you're right.
worth
You are right.
remembering. But then I think I made a similar cock up in the first game where I put the
Yeah, Rothgorn shouldn't have died.
I put the third
Correct.
on Septimus.
I'm not sure we can count those as similar cock-ups. One of them, quite a bigger magnitude. I'm just going to say that, impartial.
I did say I'd claim the win.
Yeah, I feel a bit bad about that one now. It feels like I've cheated horrendously, and it's really
Neither of us saw it, so.
It's
yeah,
just,
there's that.
it's one of those things that you
If
just
some,
go on, John.
I was going to say, if it hadn't been pointed out, we'd have been none the wiser, so.
Exactly, that's exactly what I was going to say. It just they happen. I reckon they must happen at least 5 times in every game. You just when you record them or have other people watching them, people notice.
Well, the last time there was GW, what's it called? Grand Clash, where they televised it. There was Grimwatch versus Thorns or whatever it was, and there were several mistakes in that the parties made without realising it, and everyone was sort of screaming about it when the stream was going on. They're like, "Oh, he's forgotten to do this" or something like that. So, even the top players make mistakes. So I'm happy.
We're all human.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely. And at the end of a very long, tournament weekend, in your 7th match, like it's intense. Like you're completely in your head. Like it is a very intense experience where you're battling exhaustion as much as anything else.
I've never got that far, but it's exhausting. Just even the last if it's a 4-round game day, the last round is just can I get to the end and have a drink?
Yeah.
So my question is, John, you took Hrothgorn in this one. Is Hrothgorn one of your favourites, or did you pick him on the point of I just want to pick somebody that I'm going to have fun with, or something like that?
A little bit of both. I love Hrothgorn. He sort of fits in with AOS armies that I do. I only buy armies if there are death or destruction.
Cool. More Gox next time?
Possibly. I've got my eye on somebody a little bit different for the next one of these tournaments. But I just kind of wanted to win something for a change as well, so I thought I'd go for someone that's classed as a little bit OP. And it was because of the group that I was in. Originally, I was going to take the Ravengers, and then we did the draw, and I had Sparky, Steve, Valentine, and someone else in my group that's a previous winner. And I thought, if I take the Ravengers, I'm going to lose every game and hate it. So I swapped it out for somebody decent.
Right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, did you qualify out of the group of death? Did you?
Yeah, I came second. I only lost against Valentine.
Oh, that's.
I beat Steve, and he ended up winning the group. And then I played him in the semi-final and beat him again.
Excellent.
Fair. Poor old Steve.
Well, he's won enough. He's won enough ties, to be fair.
True. That is true. I think he's won about 3 of our online ones. So yeah.
So
take
actually, the
that
question I wanted to ask Pete is: are you going to buy yourself a mug?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You're right.
Yeah. I was thinking of doing one for you, but I don't know where. But I'd probably end up accidentally writing something rude. like spelling winner like wiener or something like that.
But okay, this mug you bought me, it doesn't say champion, it says Nobbit.
It's a mug of truth, Pete. The mug of truth.
So I was going to ask you, Matt, because you played the Wild Hunt, didn't you? And I think we talked about your choice of it, and you were saying that you picked one that you thought would be quite tactical and suit the meta quite well. Do you think you're going to pick a similar warband next time, or are you going completely off the wall?
So I'm not going to be playing in the next one, unfortunately.
No,
just
boo.
I know. I'm going to pick back up the time after. There's just too many events.
I'm going to say he's playing about half a dozen events. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah. No, there's just like I currently, with all the events starting in April, I have 4 different decks I'm already trying to make work. So I didn't have space for a 5th, I think.
You know what, I'll let you off with that one then. In fact, I think I remember reading your article saying that you had about 4 events coming up, and I remember thinking when I read it, holy shit, I can barely cope with just a event.
And I'm playing 3 different warbands and 4 different decks.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you're going to get at some point. You know you're going to be like, you've got 1 card left at the bottom of your objective deck, and you're like, it could be any of 10 because I can't remember. I can't remember which cards are in which deck. I don't know whether to draw it or not.
It might be this one from this other faction that could win you the game.
When it is that one and you realise something's gone terribly wrong.
Yeah. Sounds like
So,
when we played,
you were
Pete.
playing that one, John, and you were talking about at the end, you went into, as you said, you went into the think tank for a minute to try and work out what you want to do next and how you could, whether you'd be better off attacking or not, or drawing a card.
Yeah.
I mean, did you have a handle on what you thought was left in your deck? Because I personally suck at remembering that all the time. I always forget.
I was trying to work it out. So I was trying to remember if I'd played things like Underdog, which I had. The reason I went for the attack was I think I still had in the deck would have been kill somebody with your leader, possibly successful hunt. And I thought if I draw into one of those, then it's just a waste. I'm not going to score anything. And it turned out we checked the next card at the end. And it would have been one that I could have scored a glory off, but it still wouldn't have been enough. So I thought I'd go for the attack.
Right, it was very exciting.
I just find I'm completely lost as to where I am sometimes, and I think at the end of that 3rd round, I completely forgot I had a turn left. I was just sitting there like, oh right, okay, so that's it. Oh no, wait, have I got another turn here? I don't actually know what's going on.
But didn't I have 5 turns in one of our games recently?
You did. Yeah.
Although I think we were just drawing, so I think I just drew an extra card. But yes, it happens to the best of us, I've found.
Can I ask, what do you guys think of this format compared to the versions you've done before where it's been on Underworlds Online?
Go on, I'll let you go first, Robin.
I don't want to stick the knife into Underworlds Online, but I mean I didn't play the last half a dozen Underworlds Online ones, and I was keen to play this one. I think that probably is an answer in itself. I think just being able to, I know you could still chat through Discord, but just being able to easily chat with your opponent makes it just better. And I think, things like Pete, in the first game, forgot to play an objective and then later said, oh, do you mind if why do I score the objective? And you let him score it. That just makes the game...
Yeah, I regret that decision.
Just makes the game a little bit friendlier. And that kind of... And I just think that I prefer this version, this format. And I like the Vanguard format too.
Yeah, I love the Vanguard format. We've got exactly the same format as this in a local event that we're running at the moment.
Yeah.
In fact, your new Patreon, Nigel, is the one that's running that event for us.
Oh, cool. Cool, yes.
I hear he's very competitive, or very good at least.
He's always really good against me.
Right. He's in my group, so I'm not really looking forward to that.
He's a really good player.
Okay.
Really knows his stuff.
Great. Okay. Well, I might win one of the other two.
I have to say, I agree with Robin a bit in that I dearly love Underworlds Online and wish it was bigger than it is, but I think given its current situation, I prefer the TTS format. I mean, quite often, obviously, Underworlds Online will pop up cards like, do you want to play this reaction? So you might not forget those reactions or those surge cards because it will do that for you. But at the same time, if you do something and then you think, oh, I don't want to do that, I don't want to put that person there, or I don't want to do this, then it doesn't let you undo that kind of thing or go back and move that, push that person the other way after you've done it. So TTS is just a bit friendlier, and I think I really do love the Vanguard format. If it stops my brain from melting every time I try and build a deck.
Yeah, I think you've got the right way calling it Vanguard Plus as well.
Yeah,
I think we're seeing a lot more warbands that wouldn't necessarily see if it was a full championship format.
Yeah. What do you feel, Matt? You're playing in about 100 different tournaments. Are they all championship?
So I actually hadn't played championship for I think 2 months, and I'm back playing, getting ready for an online clash and then the WTC coming up. But I think what Vanguard Plus, which I've also adopted that, I like it better than my edited Vanguard that I had started with. So Vanguard Plus, yeah, you're right, Robin, that's a great term. I think what it's done for me is it's given me a good solid look at the cards from the season. And really, like, there's a lot of the times that you just be like, Peacegrave did it better. And so to be able to actually have those limitations and to see, no, this is actually a really good card. It just has to be played smartly and differently. I think that's the thing that excited me the most about Vanguard format is like the tools that you can take out of it.
Yeah, I think the design of the cards is more interesting. And so, like you say, there's normally a simpler, more, what's the word I'm looking for, more robust version in Beastgrave. Which you would take every time, but because you can't, you then have to find use for these slightly more quirky cards, which kind of do the same thing but don't all the time, and it makes you think a little bit more. Plus, I'm also playing the long game, so that next season I'll be good at Championship because I'll have only played with the cards from Vanguard.
That's a really good point, though, and I really like that. Like I feel like, especially me, I just get bored of certain cards. Every deck has to have Fired Up. And like we did that for so long. And so for us to have a good shakeup of, well, now you can't take Show of Force. You can't take these stable cards, Distraction, Spectral Wings. Like you have to think around the problem. It's super interesting.
Yeah, even not having great strength and great fortitude. It's just, it's just so much better, I think.
I kind of miss those cards, but I agree. We just need to get rid of Ferocious Resistance now.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate addition.
Although in this example, I mean, you played it in one. You only got it in one game, didn't you? You played it on the cat to get a wound back. So I mean,
only because you killed Rothborn just before I had a chance to play it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you played that, I'd have been very sad.
There was some wincing on the commentary.
I'd have won that roll off. I could have attacked you and then played Pharaoh Symbiote, and not Pharaoh Symbiote. I would have been able to play Ferocious Resistance, and it would have been a very different game.
Oh yeah, you probably would have won that. I think it was a case of at that point, Ed's off. By Ed, I think it was by that point, whoever won that roll had the best chance of winning it, and it was do or die at that point. I think I agree with you, Matt, in that you were saying about so many cards being just solid staple cards now. Things like Restless Prize and all those kind of things. And I can't remember the one where you get it's a surge card for standing on 2 objectives. I can never remember them.
Oh, Hidden Purpose.
Hidden Purpose, all those kind of things. I've been listening to a lot of the podcasts recently, like Path to Glory, Chat and Crit, What the Heck's, all of those, and Crit Death as well, obviously, and just listening to them. Catching up on all the stuff I've just not listened to for ages, and they keep talking about all these cards, and I keep suddenly getting a brief urge of, I want to play Championship again, and then I think, no, I don't know, actually. My brain will just disintegrate if I try and remember all those other cards again, so I'm just going to stick with what I know right now.
For me, even though we didn't play it that much, the Arena Mortis cards kind of broke Championship for me. I I just don't like. I don't know whether it's just prejudice against that particular box, but I just don't really like the cards and what they did to the game when they were introduced. So I think that's another reason why I don't really like playing Championship.
I ended up buying that like right before a Grand Clash for one card.
Which
Yeah.
card?
I was like, I need one card for my deck.
Yeah, that's frustrating in itself.
Which card
Yeah.
was it you bought?
It was Vision of Glory.
Yeah.
Well, you've got it for Vision of Glory. I mean,
It was an auto occlude. That was before everybody had figured out how amazing Deserved Confidence was.
I can't remember which one Deserved Confidence is. That's
It's the one that rewards you for having more. Like, so 3 upgrades gives you +1 wound, and you can't be driven back. 5 gives you +1. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Almost in every
card
deck now.
for me. Again, I think that's one of the things that I felt like it was, not broken, but I felt like that card was designed with Arena Mortis in mind, and nobody quite thought about how it would then affect the actual main game, if you see what I mean. Which I think is a shame. I don't like it when you feel like there are cards that are badly thought out and they're ruling the roost.
I think that whole Arena Mortis pack was sort of designed a little bit with the whole, Arena Mortis sub game in mind. So you only had one fighter that you were super powering up, and they were going to get all the upgrades and all that kind of stuff. And
then Deserved Confidence is kind of fun, and it buys into this fact that you have to, if you duplicate, you can't. You lose. Whoever put it on second keeps it, and whoever already had it on loses it. It buys into that because then you might have Deserved Confidence, but actually it's whoever has it at the end is going to generate the best out of it. Whereas you haven't got any of that.
We talked about that whole thing before, and I don't know how Matt and Jonathan feel about this, but I kind of would like to see that in the main game, to see that kind of if you have an upgrade on and your opponent plays it, you lose it kind of mechanic. I think that would really set the cat amongst the pigeons.
I think there's pros and cons. I think it could lead to a really feel bad moment.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think about how brutal, like, and obviously these are previous season cards that would, that they have yet to do anything like that in Dire Chasm, but like Avatar of the Urgrub, like you play Sting, someone else plays Sting, and now you've ripped a 3 glory objective. Whichever wizard gets the Scattered Tome last, like effectively wins that Lost Pages mirror match. Like there's some really bad like cancels whole strategy kind of pieces, but yeah.
I don't know whether that's good or bad. Like John says, it could lead to some very negative moments, but then also you would know it going into the game that it was a risk you were taking. But I don't really know that I want to play it. But what I really like is a think tank somewhere to play hundreds of games that way and tell me whether the game's more or less fun.
Sorry, go on.
Just run the next season of the Vanguard League that way.
I don't think
there's your think tank.
I think there'd be a revolt actually amongst the patrons. I don't think they want to do that.
Maybe we'll try the one after that. Maybe we'll try season 3. We'll see if people want to try that out.
I think the answer's no.
I think in that situation as well, that would possibly negate the need for a bar list or a file list or anything like that. Because if a card gets popular and everyone starts taking it, people are going to start thinking, I don't want to take this card because I might not ever really get to properly use it, so I'm not going to take it. And maybe that would police that a bit more.
Yeah, but that's only really on upgrades. Like you've still got the really powerful. So then people just won't take the powerful upgrades. Like you'll tech stronger into your gambits and surges because they can't be cancelled.
Yeah, good point. That is a good point. Yeah, so it wouldn't completely get negated. It might negate the need for a bar list on upgrades, but you'd still need it for gambits and objectives. That's a good point. Still have to see what it'd be like. I think as Johnson's pointed out, you might end up with a very negative experience. So yeah, maybe it's okay as it is. I don't know. Maybe GW already tried it and they went, "No, that sucks."
Yeah, I was just thinking along the lines of you've got Great Fortitude on with 1 wound left on Mollog, and your opponent plays Great Fortitude, and all of a sudden Mollog's dead.
I hadn't thought about that.
Well, if it's Mollog, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say I think that's fair enough. Nobody's sad about that.
You got 1 wound left on Stick It. I think he was Stick It. Just about playing.
Glissette.
That'd be rubbing it in a bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, brilliant,
I
guys.
think that's it for us tonight then.
Yeah, thanks very much to Matt for joining me. Did you enjoy the experience, Matt?
Oh, it was great. Thank you so much for having me.
Good. You're much more on the ball than I was. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We need to work out a way to get the TTS set up so that when you're watching, you don't, or you know what's happening when people are doing stuff. That's anything we've got to try and work out, and then we'll be set.
It actually wasn't too bad. It just occasionally, it might be different with different warbands, I suppose. But just occasionally, it'd be like if there were 2 fighters next to you, you weren't quite sure which one they were attacking. I
guess we just need to sort of like I tried on a few. I tried sort of picking up a fighter and wiggling it around a bit, and then picking up the other one to try and make it a bit more obvious.
We just didn't know what you were doing then. There was a time when Hrothgorn was too big and it kept knocking everything over as well. That was quite funny.
That's why we changed it to mini Hrothgorn.
Yeah, we were laughing about that too.
I think that's the challenge with any commentary though. Is usually won't have that full transparency. So you're gonna get into those situations where you're not quite sure what the back and forth is, especially at distance.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeff has made the very good point that you can use tab within TTS to point. It puts a little arrow. It puts a little arrow above where it should do.
Is it tab or is it another one?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's tab.
Yeah, so that might work. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it puts a little flowing arrow
So that might
hovers
work.
up
So
and
you could point at who you were attacking and who you were attacking with, or something like that.
That's a good point.
But then that puts another thing for the players to think about, which is not necessarily what we want. But that would work.
The only alternative is to somehow set up so that you can hear the game, but then you can turn off the player's audio as and when you don't want to hear them. But then you have the other problem of streaming that in OBS without OBS picking up what they're saying, so that's the whole headache there. But we'll have to play around.
Sounds like the sort of thing you'll be Googling for the next 3 weeks, Pete, trying to come up with a solution. Yeah.
well, I need to get it in place because this Saturday we're going to be commentating the Straight Out of Shadespire. So.
Yeah, we are. It's Straight Out of Shadespire. Is it 1:30? It kicks off
14.
GMT, and on Saturday. So Pete and I are commentating a few games on there.
Yep.
Other commentating services are available, but you can tune into our games if you wish, and we'll see how we go.
Yeah. So thank you, John, and commiserations.
That's all right. Congratulations to you.
It was a hard-fought game. Certainly wasn't easy by any stretch, and I was twitting throughout.
No, it was a really good game, really close game. I did wonder from a commentary point of view if you had any ideas of sort of where the game swang or what won it for Pete or what lost it for me.
Pete cheating with Feral Symbiote definitely helped. I don't know. I'm trying to remember now.
I think it came down to killing Golgok both games. Like it was down to those last attacks that could have killed him. Scoring him Chosen Warriors and like Unafraid, for example, in game one. Both of those were pretty fixed. If that fighter was not there, you would have won both games. So.
Yeah, I felt like John in the first game, I think you threw away 5 objectives because you mulliganed, and I think you threw 2 away during another round, at the end of another round. And that must hurt. And there may have been good reasons to do it, but then in the second game, in the first round, you didn't mulligan, but you had play 3. You had play 3 power cards. But you didn't. You only had 2 ploys, and then your chances of getting a glory. I know you missed lots of attacks, but it didn't seem. Felt like you weren't playing we weren't playing the odds. I think I would have been tempted to dump one or other of the sets of cards in the hope of getting something better.
I think I also had Underdog, didn't I? And I was expecting him to kill off like a Quiv or something and
Yeah,
get an easy 2 glory at the end.
yeah. I thought maybe I would have dumped. As you had 3 upgrades, I think I might have risked dumping my power cards and hoping I got three playable ploys.
And Ravenous Fury can easily brick, which is exactly
Yes, what happened, wasn't it?
We noticed when it was unscorable or unplayable now.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a judgment call that you make at the time, and if it works, you never worry about it again. When you only notice it when it doesn't work.
No. Cool.
Yeah. I'm forever making those wrong decisions at that point in time. So it's hindsight's brilliant.
It's always 2020.
Yeah. Excellent. Right.
I think it's time we let people go to bed.
Yeah.
I know. I need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go start planning what to use next time. I want one of those mugs.
Brilliant.
Anybody watching this who isn't a Patreon member yet, do check it out because you can enter our next season. It'll be season 3 by the time that comes around. Season 2 kicks off.
I've already told everybody that we'll squeeze them in, even though you've picked the groups, because I'm just an anarchist.
If they click, I'm sure we can do that easy enough.
Exactly. Yeah. Providing you're watching it in the next couple of days, not like 3 weeks time.
Yeah. Well,
I think you had another couple of subscriptions from our local area tonight.
Beautiful.
Brilliant.
We welcome them all.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
thank you to you two, obviously 2 of our patrons. We welcome your support. Thank you so much, and thank you, Matt, for helping commentate.
Oh, no problem. It was a blast, guys.
Cheers, guys. I'm going to attempt to put credits up now, and it's all going to go horribly wrong.
Thank you all. Good night, everybody.
Cheers,
Good
everyone.
night. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Take care, everybody. Bye.